Well, I would say welcome to work, right? A lot of folks come into the government in different veins, right? Some are political appointees, some are interns, some are coming from private sector and figuring out, oh, you know, I never thought I'd end up there. But it's like an attitude adjustment. And I think when you're young and you're coming in, like myself, I didn't believe when I left Villanova University that I was going to work for the federal government. I mean, I had these dreams and aspirations of being somewhere in the banking community or doing, like I said, some broadcast work. And next thing you know, I'm working at the Pentagon in space and building management, you know, for $20,198 a year. But I realized pretty early on it was like this opportunity to excel. And using the example earlier, there was so much knowledge there that it wasn't like I was working with a bunch of people my age and competing in some sales organization. Again, no knock on sales, but I actually was figuring out what value am I going to bring. And there's a mission here. There's a true mission. I'm being paid by taxpayer dollars, and I have to uphold that. And there's something about that when you're brought into the sector, in the federal sector, that there's an onus on you to perform. And that's not just rhetoric. I believe that. That's why I've stuck around. I feel like for every person that may not be pulling their weight, I'm trying to pull mine and then some. And every mission in the federal government is so different and varied that, geez, I mean, I've worked at the Department of Education, Department of Defense, now the Department of Energy, 3 distinct missions, all in IT for the most part, little dabbling in financial management, but when I was at education. But really, it's like, you've got this opportunity to learn, and you can talk about training, but some of that on-the-job training is invaluable. So coming in, if you have the right attitude and perspective that, hey, if you think you can make 10 grand more doing something else in the private sector and you're just concerned about that, again, youthful coming in, I think you're not looking at the broader scope, because in a couple years you will have gained invaluable experience. You will be treated, I think, in a way that isn't that you're just the low man on the totem pole or low woman, but you're given an opportunity to grow and mature. And you may not have mentoring. A lot of it might be self-awareness and learning on your own, but along the way, you will meet folks who are mentors. There are people I look back to at the Pentagon who were mentoring me when I didn't even know they were. And I don't think they even wanted to be a mentor, but they were. And some of that is, they were people that I didn't want to emulate, and I learned. And then there were some that I've clearly come across, because I'm a big fan of mentoring, that really have helped shape me. And again, I'm biased, maybe 20 years, had many opportunities to leave the federal government, but there's something about the passion that you just accrue over time, and it really does give you, and especially working and living in the DC area, what a great opportunity to just tap into areas. Like I said, I never thought I'd be a master's degree student, or should I say graduate, in information technology coming out of Villanova, but thanks to the government, it kind of tapped into that side of me that I knew I had.